Sandy Flexen here for Seconds Out with WBC flyweight champion Charlie Edwards and his trainer, of course, Grant Smith. We're here for your brother Sonny's bill-topping appearance, of course, press conference for that on Saturday night. But let's talk a bit about you, as we've got you both here. Just first of all, a bit of a light-hearted moment to start with. You told us off camera just now it's your first interview with your new teeth. Just tell us a bit about that. You had some nice dental work going on.
Yeah. It's been an insecurity for me for a long time. So I decided to jet off to Turkey and get the full veneers done. And so, yeah, it's made me feel a lot better, made me feel happier inside. So I just thought, fuck it, why not? Let's go for it.
Grant, what are the boxing advantages of this procedure?
None really. You just need some new gum shields.
Yeah, you have to reboil. Obviously, a lot of people are talking about the last fight against Martinez. I'm sure you've got your own views on it. Just kind of break it down for us bit by bit, because we haven't spoken to you since. When you were under pressure and you decided to take the knee, what was going through your mind at that point before the foul?
Obviously, I got caught and got hurt. And the biggest mistake was probably not holding, because I've gone back and I've watched the fight, and the first round was close, probably got it. Second round, I definitely got it. Third round, I was coming into it, but a lot better. But I got caught, I got hurt, and I should have held. I didn't, because I didn't feel comfortable holding, because he was so short and under, and when I felt a bit vulnerable, so I tucked up, and I was getting overwhelmed. So I thought, if I don't go down on one knee, I'm going to get waved off here. So I took a knee, and I believe that I would have recovered and got through. I think there's 40 seconds left of the round, and then we would have regrouped. I've always had a bit of a first shaky few rounds, even in the Rosales fight. You see, I lost the first round, and I come into it in fruition later on down the line. So my belief is to take that knee, to get up, recover, get through the round. It's a 12-round contest. It's not a 3-round fight. So it was always to drag him into deep water and allow my experience and fitness to come through in the end. It is what it is. I took the knee, and that happened, and it was a blessing in disguise that I kept my title, and that they reversed it and called it a no contest. So I can only be thankful and grateful for that, and it just means we have a little bit of time out, reset. I've had a busy year, and I'm going out to MTK, Marbella next week, the headquarters, to sit down and discuss when the date is to go again. We reset, we go again. So it is what it is. We can't help what's happened, but it's one of them things.
When it actually happened, it all happened so fast. You're in the heat of the moment. Were you aware immediately that it was a foul?
Yeah, I knew it was. Well, when I got up and I looked up at the screen, I was like, I went back to the corner and I was like, I'm sure that was. I was on the floor when he hit me, and Grant was like, you were. You should be a disqualification. And I've even had the ref ring me a few days after the fight, and he was nearly enough in tears on the phone saying, I've watched it back, mate, I cannot believe it, I should have disqualified him. So it's like, to get that off the ref, it was, it made me feel good. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, justice was served that night. All right, it was a mistake from the ref. I've got no hard feelings towards him. Heat at the moment, it was his first world title fight as well. So it's like, it is what it is. I've retained my title, albeit it be a no contest. And we have a blow, and we sit down and find out the next date for the rematch, and we go again.
Grant, how did you feel from the corner? Not just when the foul blow went in, but afterwards, when it was initially ruled a loss for Charlie. You must have been pretty annoyed, to say the least.
No, I was getting ready to appeal it, because if the ref goes on public and Mauricio, soon as Charlie come back, and like Charlie's just said, he says, I think I were ill after when I took a knee, and I was certain he were. I said, you definitely were, because before Charlie said that, as the referee were calling it off, I went up to Mark and I says, Mark, he's just hit him while he were down. He took a knee and he's hit him late. And the referee didn't acknowledge that. He just turned away and walked away. So then when Mauricio got in, I says, the punch was after, while he took a knee, way down, the second or so after, so blatant. He's even stepped around side. And then as I was speaking to that, everybody looked up and it was getting played back on the screen. So obviously that all come out then.
And Charlie, in the immediate aftermath, when you thought you'd lost the title, you talked about the struggles you'd had making weight for the fight and the possibility of moving up to super flyweight. Is that still a possibility, or now you've still got the belt, are you wanting to stay where you are?
I'm a true champion, and I'm going to stay where I am. I want to return my title.
And does that mean a rematch? I know Maurizio said immediately afterwards it'd be a direct rematch with Martinez. Some would say he deserves it because of what happened. Others would say maybe he doesn't because of the foul. What's your view on it?
See, it's so controversial, isn't it? It's brought me massive media attention, and that's a blessing in disguise as well, because I am bringing names to these lighter weight divisions, and I'm making the lighter weight divisions more aware. Like I said, I'm going out to the MTK headquarters in Dubai over the next week or 10 days or so, and we're going to sit down and discuss. It will be the rematch, but I want to see out the rest of the year as champion, and then we'll go again. I want a little break. I've had back-to-back fights, them hard camps have
3 and 9 months.
Yeah, taken a lot out of me. So it's just like reset, refresh, come back next year, and we go again.
And obviously we don't know what would have happened if the fight had been allowed to continue as it should have been. But Grant, what would you like to see differently from Charlie in the rematch?
Nothing. I think he made one mistake. The first round, that were it. We just go out, we have a look. Every fight you'll see Charlie goes out. We don't intend the 12-round fights. We don't come flying out at blocks. We have a little look, make sure everything we've worked on is going to work and everything's going right and the rhythm's right, and which it were. Like Charlie says, we spoke about this, spoke to a few people. I've watched it back from the American side, the British side. The first round were tight. It could have gone either way. When it's tight, I give it to the opponent, but I thought Charlie might have nicked it. The second round, he come back after the first. We made some adjustments in the corner. I adjusted a few things, what we've been working on, altered it a little bit, and then the second round he come out and he won clearly. The third round, he were boxing well, winning. Thought, right, we could be 3 rounds up at the end of this round. Then he got tagged, and what we've been working on, he just panicked a bit. He didn't do what we've been working on in gym. He just tucked up and panicked, and he made a mistake. That mistake, he was getting it, like Charlie says, he thought, well, for him to think, I'm hurt, I better take a knee before the ref jumps in, that shows that all his senses were there. He's not out on his feet like everybody. There's no way he were out on his feet. I could see everything what was going off. He looked, he took a knee, he stepped round, he was facing that way, he stepped away and he took it. So that's what it were. Don't get me wrong, the guy was punching, but it was a mistake on Charlie's behalf. He knows what the mistake is now, and we're going to put it right.
Charlie, in the build-up to the Martinez fight, and even for the last year really, you've been talking about big unification fights and the need to get those over the line. This puts you back maybe 6 months or so, having to do the rematch now. Is that frustrating for you, or is it kind of a blessing in disguise in a sense that you can right this wrong before the world title unifications?
Yeah, them fights are all still there, and like I said, and I've said it time and time again, I'm here to build a legacy, and this is a part of the legacy, and whatever comes in front of me, it has to be that way, and I've got full faith and belief in the universe is bringing everything my way at the right time. So it's just about me taking each day as it comes, living in the present moment. There's no point looking ahead. Never a point looking ahead. You've got to take each obstacle as it comes.
Well, we wish you both the very best of luck, and we look forward to seeing you out again in the new year, it seems now. Yeah, brilliant. Cheers, guys.